And welcome! It's Tuesday, and what's happening on Tuesdays? Well, it is the Bridge Show. Come join us. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our IP studio in the basement of our Oslo HQ. And today, I'm very excited. We have some very great guests with us, and no other than SHM from Germany. And it's a pure pleasure to have, two of the most outspoken members of the organization, which has been our partner for forever, actually. And we know that we can talk some history later, but first let me present the two, Joachim and Michael, which is joining us live from Germany. And how are you guys doing?
Hi. Fine. Best greetings here from Germany. Hi.
Oh, that's pretty cool, and I love to see you guys. It's actually now pretty much over a year since we met and could shake hands and drink some champagne, right?
Definitely, yeah. Was a strange year, right?
No kidding, but again, we've been talking about having some history together, and remember, Michael, you actually have a tradition with, it's something about your feet. I believe you actually are very tough on shoes. Basically, every single time we met up, you had some wonderful shoes. I'm highly envious.
That's not fair to bring this live in this show.
Well, it's all about personalities, and again, I will get some decent shoe advice after the show, right? Can I? Well, that's great. One thing that we wanted to talk about was also that we have a very long history together. And you told me a fascinating thing here the other day, and that was that you guys started with monitoring equipment pretty early on, didn't you?
Right, we started actually in the very early Tandberg times when we started 2003. When we represented Tandberg, we worked these days with pixel metrics in the monitoring business. As these days, monitoring was quite unique. So you need really to explain the market why you need monitoring. It's a kind like an insurance, and most of the people didn't understood it, to spend money for not an additional camera, additional server channel. But finally, we have actually been quite successful over some years. And later on, after Bridge and also Appear TV came out of the Tandberg family, then we saw the Bridge solution. It's much more advanced, much more IP-based, and the entire value was higher. So actually we moved then from pixel metrics to Bridge, and since then I think we have a fabulous time, very successful time, and a quite big market share in Germany in terms of monitoring. And we can cover the entire area from IP over DVB, so there is no gap what we can't fulfill in terms of IP. And finally, with the latest member of the family, the 440, we can also monitor in the SDI environment. Oh, we are very happy to work with you, Simen.
Oh, it really warms my heart having you say that, Michael. That's very true. And I again, it's been very rewarding for both of us. One thing that we should mention before we start talking a bit more detailed about SHM is that last year you were, of course, Business Partner of the Year again, which is
again,
pretty
right.
impressive.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, I feel that, as you said, it's a bit historic, but because, as you say, 15 years ago, monitoring wasn't that in the forefront, or 20 years ago, it wasn't, in the forefront of everybody's minds. But now it's a kind of like, you know you need it. But SHM is so much more than just monitoring, because you provide all the customers with the whole width of broadcast solution, don't you?
Maybe Joachim, you want to explain a little bit about our product portfolio?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, as Simen already mentioned, since the last 20 years, monitoring became more and more important, and that's interesting because we celebrate our 20th anniversary of SHM this year in May, so the 1st of May.
Congratulations, guys.
And so you are completely right. In these 20 years, it's not 20 years for me, it's just 10. Today it's 10 for me with SHM. And in these years, we really see this increasing, these monitoring demands going up. So we as SHM, our focus was always, it was a bit this normal broadcasting thing, baseband, video, and so on. But very early in the history of the company, we started into this, transport stream thing, I would say, very focused on contribution, distribution, streams, and so on. So we were really, one of the first companies going into this IP domain also here in Germany, having a real focus on these points. And we have many partners, I think 18 at the moment, who really have very, very special solutions for this typical market type. And I think, the projects we have out there, the customers we have out there, the response of our customers, it tells us that we are really doing the right job out there and also doing the right job with you guys. Yeah,
but I totally agree with you on the time perspective, and I'm very, very proud of you guys because, you've been working, as you say, for 20 years into high-end professional broadcast, the broadcast industry. That's not for the faint of heart. This is, very, very difficult things to do technically. So I'm very impressed by that. You're beating us with very close to 5 years there. Goodness. Yeah, we must grow older faster.
Right.
But that's very true. Just to go back to SHM as a company, because you guys HQ in Munich, right?
Correct. Yeah. So 20 kilometers out of Munich. But a little bit on the countryside, but really close to the city center, really close to our customers. Yeah, and as you can see in my background, very close also to the Alps.
It's very true, of course, the Alps. No kidding about that.
Very important area for media. Yeah. So it's Berlin, Cologne, and Munich. So a lot of main broadcasters has their headquarters in Munich. So it's a quite good location. So, and therefore we are quite close to the epicentrum of all the media industry here.
No, absolutely, you're right. Because again, Munich, Cologne, it is basically the axis where a lot of the big productions actually happen. So you're spot on when it comes to location. That's for sure. No, but I'm very, very grateful that you guys could come on the show today. As you know from the show, we love our culture, as do you. So we want to highlight Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and let's see what our mad musical genius can do with this one.
I will play first, and then I will say now, and then you will put your hands on top of my eyes, okay? And I won't see what I will play. I did this with mein Vater Leopold Mozart und meine Schwester Nannerl. Okay, now you actually put your finger in my nose, so please don't pick my buggers, but put it on the eyes. But I like that you are a little peculiar, okay? Yes, are you ready? So, yes.
Holy Moses, guys. That sure was a good massage. But going back to the expectations, because we're in the start of a new year here. It's 2021, and what would you guys, let's say first Joachim and then Michael, what would you guys see as the biggest kind of trends happening just right now in Germany?
Okay, yes, as you all know, I think seeing real trends in these times maybe a little bit difficult, but we can take this flow we saw starting 1 or 2 years ago, and this is definitely IP, so SDI over IP, so 21 10 and 2022. These are really topics that came to the mind of our customers now. I would say we in the German market, we are always a little bit slow. Or we have some slower broadcasters. I would say they are always really top notch. If it is about looking at these things, become familiar with all these techniques. So we have many. We have also the VB440s, for example, in the market that were used for testing and test environments and so on. That started, I would say, 2 years ago when you launched the 440. But now, I would say for 2021, I really see that it picks up, and now the customers are really ready. They are familiar with the technique, and now they are really ready to start their project, to start to go these all IP way out there.
Yeah. And what do you think, Michael? Joachim is sure onto something. Do you have something to add there?
Yeah, I fully agree in this respect, and therefore monitoring and control becomes more and more important. In the past, you just need few Tektronix SDI devices to measure the signal before and after the router, but then you just follow the green cable basically, and that was quite easy. But today, everything in terms of content and signals disappears in a kind of cloud, even if it's local on the playout center. But everybody is working on a network, and therefore dedicated monitoring solution, which provides you with end-to-end monitoring, becomes more and more important, because you can't follow this just with few measurement devices. You need a real infrastructure where you can monitor from the in point to the out point, and then correlate it and orchestrate everything. I think this is a big challenge which is coming now, that the entire world moves on to really full IP-based workflows.
You're so right, Michael and Joachim. I totally agree, and we see the same on a more international scale, that the interest around these themes and also the speed that customer projects really dive into this is now really picking up, and that means that we will see a lot more of these deployments. That is for sure. Absolutely. No, but guys, it's been a real pleasure having you here at the Bridge Show. Thank you very much for participating, and rest assured, 2021 is going to be a great year. What do you guys think?
Definitely a big challenge, but will be very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. We will see. Yeah, hopefully we will meet again on trade shows and so on. And can push also business there. But there are many projects out there at the moment, I think, and it's really picking up. As we all said, we see the market really moving forward. We see also with our other partners, also out of your region. Just to mention Appear TV here, I think they were on your show few weeks ago.
Yes.
We also do great business with them. We always see also projects where we bring you and Appear TV into some projects, and it's working. It's working really good to have you on board. Also the other Nordic guys. So great cooperation. What we see there.
Very nice, Joachim. Absolutely. Thank you for those words. And ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks you to, of course, SHM. And again, This is Tuesday, this is the Bridge Show, and don't forget to tune in the next Tuesday at 1500 hours Norwegian time for more interesting digital content live from our IP studio in the basement of our Oslo HQ. So welcome back next Tuesday and see you then.